Hello, and welcome to another Adverity Platform guide. In this video, we're going to take a look at how you can join data from one data stream into another using the Join Datastreams enrichment. But first, what is the Join Datastreams enrichment, and how does it work? Join Datastream makes it easier and quicker to build more insightful reports by letting you add data from one data stream to another. It does this by using a common column in both data streams, that is, columns that have a common set of values. When it finds a match, the enrichment will then add the data from one data stream to the other, depending on the instructions you specify. This type of join is known as a left join type. You can find out more about different types of joins in the Adverity documentation. In this example, let's say you have two Shopify data streams, one using the orders report type and the other using the customers report type. And let's say that you want to add the total cost of the customer's last order from the orders data stream to the customers data stream. First, head over to the enrichments page, click Create Enrichment, and then click Join Data Stream. Next, decide which data stream or data stream types you want to apply this enrichment to. Selecting a data stream type will assign this enrichment to all data streams of that type. So all your Google Ads data streams, if you have multiple Google Ads data streams, for example. You can also exclude specific data streams too if you want. In this case though, we want to add data to our Shopify customers report data stream. So we'll select that and click Next. Now we need to configure these instructions for our join. First, we need to select the data stream we want to join data from. In this case, this is our Shopify orders report data stream. So we just click the drop down and select it. Next, we need to select a common column between both data streams. What this means is that both data streams need to have a column with the same data, and this determines which rows Adverity will apply the enrichment to. For example, in this case, both Shopify data streams have an ID column. In the customers data stream, this is called Last Order ID. And in the orders data stream, this is called ID. Selecting both of these means that Adverity will search these columns on both data streams, and if it finds a match, it will then apply the enrichment to that row. Now we just need to tell Adverity what we want it to do when it does find a match. In this case, if Adverity finds a matching ID number, we want it to add the total cost of the customer's last order to the customer's data stream. In Shopify, this is called total price. So we simply select that column in the Additional Columns to Include section. To recap, what we have told Adverity to do is search the last order ID column in our customer report data stream and the ID column in our order data stream. And if a match is found, then look up the value for that row in the total price column of the order data stream and add that value to the customer report data stream. We can check if that has worked too by heading to the Table Preview tab. Here we can see that where Adverity has found a match between the last order ID in the customer report and the ID in the order report, we now have a new column in our customer report showing the total price of that order. If you have a lot of columns in your data, you can also simplify this view by clicking Used in Enrichment. Heading back to our instructions, it is important to note that you must have a common column between both data streams. In this example, we are using an order ID number, but this could be anything from a date, a customer name, a location, so long as the data matches in both columns. When you are happy with the instructions, simply click Next. Then, give your enrichment a name and click Create to save it. Lastly, to apply this enrichment to your data stream, you'll need to run a new fetch. To do that, first navigate to your data stream via the data stream page. You'll see that our new enrichment is already assigned to our customer report data stream. To apply it, we need to either run a manual fetch or refetch our last data fetch. If you have scheduling set up, you can also wait until the next scheduled data fetch. Now our data has been refetched, we can check our data extract to see that yes, the enrichment has successfully joined the data from our order report to this data stream. And there you go. That's how to combine from one data stream to another using the Join Datastreams enrichment. Thanks for watching. For more detailed information on how to use the join Datastreams enrichment and any other enrichment, be sure to check out the Adverity documentation.